Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stay full of energy, joy, and strength well into their 80s and beyond, while others start struggling with their health? Everyday tasks becoming harder, their bodies feeling weaker, and their minds clouded? It's a question that crosses the mind of almost everyone as we watch our parents, grandparents, or even ourselves getting older. The difference can feel almost unfair. But what if I told you that there are secrets, practical, science-backed steps that could help you not only live longer, but actually feel alive and strong in those extra years? Imagine unlocking the keys to adding life to your years, not just years to your life. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the most important, yet often overlooked, factors that decide how well we age. We'll talk about what silently speeds up aging and what can actually help slow it down or even reverse it. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll walk away with simple yet powerful steps that you or someone you love can start using right away to build strength, protect your mind, and truly enjoy the golden years. But before we dive in, let me ask you for one thing. If you find this information helpful, if it resonates with you, please support this channel by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. It helps me continue making these videos and sharing this life-changing knowledge with more people like you. And if you find something valuable today, hit the like button and feel free to share this with someone who might need it. All right, let's begin. As we grow older, it's natural to notice changes in our bodies. We might feel a little stiffer in the morning, struggle to lift something that used to feel light, or get tired faster than we used to. But for many older adults, these small changes slowly grow into something much bigger and far more dangerous, a condition called sarcopenia. Now, this word might sound complicated, but its effects are very real and very common. You may have seen it yourself in someone you care about, a parent, a grandparent, who one day says, "I just don't have the strength to walk anymore," or "I feel so weak. Even standing up is hard." These aren't just simple complaints. They're often the early cries for help, signs that the body is quietly losing one of its most important assets, muscle. Muscle is more than just strength. It's what keeps us moving, keeps us independent, and supports many of the systems inside our bodies that we don't even think about. But as we age, if we don't actively work to maintain it, we start losing muscle mass. And once that process begins, it can quickly turn into a downward spiral. Here's how it happens. The less we move, the weaker our muscles get. The weaker we get, the harder it becomes to move. And soon, even simple things like walking to the mailbox or getting out of a chair start to feel exhausting. This cycle leads many seniors into a state where they move less and less, until one day they fall. And falls in older adults, they can be devastating. A single fall can mean a broken hip, months in bed, and often a permanent loss of mobility. For some, it's the event that begins a rapid decline, the moment life shifts from independence to needing help for even the smallest tasks. But the danger of muscle loss goes far beyond just falling. Our muscles play a hidden role in keeping the rest of our body functioning properly. They help regulate hormones, support our immune system, and even protect our brain. When we lose muscle, our immune system weakens, making us more vulnerable to infections. Our hormones get out of balance, leading to mood swings, poor sleep, and loss of appetite. And perhaps most concerning, our brain starts to suffer. Cognitive decline, memory loss, and even dementia become far more likely. It's a heartbreaking reality, and I know this might feel overwhelming. But here's what I want you to hold on to. It's never too late. No matter your age, you can fight back against muscle loss, and the results can be incredible. There's a study from Japan that I often think about. It followed seniors well into their 90s, people who had already experienced significant muscle decline. But when these individuals started a simple, gentle exercise program, something remarkable happened. They didn't just stop losing muscle. They actually regained strength. And even more astonishing, they lived, on average, 7 years longer than those who remained inactive. 7 years. That's 7 more years to spend with family. 7 more years of laughter, of seeing grandkids grow up, of waking up with the freedom to move and live on your own terms. Can you picture that? Regaining the strength to walk without fear, feeling energy return to your body, and holding on to your independence? Now, I understand. If you haven't been active in a while, the idea of starting an exercise routine can feel scary. But the good news is, you don't need to run marathons or even join a gym. The key is starting small and being consistent. Gentle stretches in the morning, a short walk around the house, even simple chair exercises. It's not about pushing your limits. It's about moving a little more each day. And what matters most is that you stick with it. Because over time, these small steps lead to something truly powerful. A body that's rebuilding itself day by day. I know this journey can feel hard, especially if you're already feeling weak. But I want you to know you are not alone. There are millions of people who have started right where you are and found their way back to strength and vitality. And you can too. It's never too late to take that first step. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or 90. Your body is ready to fight for you. It's waiting for you to give it a chance. So if you're still watching and you feel that spark inside you, that desire to hold on to your strength, to protect your independence, then let me know in the comments. Type the number 1 below. It's a small gesture, but it's your first step. It's you saying, I'm ready to fight back. And together, we'll prove that aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean growth, strength, and a future filled with possibility. The time to start is now. One small step, one small movement. You are worth it. The journey of aging isn't just about physical strength. It's also deeply connected to something we often overlook, the food we eat and the way we eat it. But what if I told you that for many older adults, the problem isn't just about nutrition, it's about loneliness. It's something we don't talk about enough, but it's quietly affecting the health and well-being of millions of seniors around the world. Have you ever visited an elderly loved one and noticed that they seem thinner, weaker, or just off? You ask them, are you eating properly? And they smile and say, oh, I'm fine. I eat 3 meals a day. But deep down, you know something isn't right. That quiet feeling of unease lingers because, despite their reassurances, their body tells a different story. This is the hidden crisis of malnutrition in older adults. And it's not just about eating too little. It's about not getting the nutrients the body desperately needs. Studies show that a shocking 73% of people over the age of 80 suffer from some level of malnutrition. That number is staggering, but what's even more heartbreaking is what's often causing it. Loneliness. You see, when someone lives alone, especially as they age, meal times lose their meaning. What used to be a time for laughter, connection, and warmth becomes just another task. Cooking a balanced meal feels like too much effort when it's only for one person. So, the meals get simpler. Toast and tea, a bowl of soup, maybe a quick snack. They fill the stomach, but they don't nourish the body. And over time, the body starts to pay the price. Protein intake drops, muscles weaken even faster, and the risks of falls and injuries skyrocket. That independence we all value, so much starts slipping away. And it's not just physical. There's an emotional cost too. Sitting at a table alone, day after day, can feel like a heavy weight on the soul. Meals, which should be moments of comfort and connection, become silent reminders of isolation. And that loneliness, it seeps into everything. Research tells us that seniors who regularly eat alone are nearly 3 times more likely to suffer from depression. Think about that. 3 times more likely, just because they're eating in silence, with no one to talk to, no laughter filling the room. If you've ever watched an older loved one struggle with this kind of isolation, you know how painful it is. You see it in their eyes, the quiet sadness, the longing for company, for someone to simply sit beside them and share a meal. It's loneliness that doesn't just affect the heart. It slowly chips away at their desire to care for themselves at all. They might start skipping meals entirely, or just stop caring about what they're eating. And with every missed nutrient, their health declines a little more. But here's the part that gives me hope, because we can change this. Sometimes, the most powerful solutions are also the simplest. And this is one of those times. It starts with something as small as an invitation. Come have dinner with us. Or even, let's cook something together. Those moments of togetherness, those shared meals, are not just about filling a plate. They fill something much deeper. They remind our loved ones that they are seen, that they are valued, that their presence matters. And the impact is incredible. Seniors who share meals with others, whether it's with family, friends, or through community programs, are healthier, happier, and more motivated to take care of themselves. Their appetite improves. Their mood lifts. Their body gets the nutrition it needs. And suddenly, that downward spiral slows and in many cases starts to reverse. I know life gets busy. We all have responsibilities pulling us in different directions. But if you have an elderly parent, a grandparent, or even a neighbor who eats alone more often than not, consider this your sign. Reach out, invite them for a meal, or help them find a local community meal program where they can eat with others. You may think it's a small gesture, but to them, it could be life-changing. Because meals are not just about food, they are about connection. And connection is what keeps the human spirit alive. So if this resonates with you, if you've ever felt that worry in your heart about someone you love, let me know. Type 2 in the comments below. It's a reminder that we're in this together, that we see this problem, and we are ready to be part of the solution. Because together, we can ensure that our loved ones don't just survive, they thrive. And sometimes, all it takes is an extra chair at the table. The next silent danger that creeps into the lives of so many seniors is something that often disguises itself as kindness, but over time, it becomes one of the greatest threats to their health and independence. I'm talking about inactivity. It usually starts with good intentions. A loved one isn't feeling well, or they've had a fall, and we say, just rest. Take it easy. Don't push yourself. And that feels right because we want to protect them, keep them safe. But what we don't realize is that sometimes too much rest can be just as dangerous as any illness. I've seen this happen up close. A senior falls and injures their hip. They stay in bed for a few weeks to recover. But those few weeks quickly turn into months. They stop walking as much, stop moving around the house. And slowly, their body starts changing. Their muscles weaken even more. Their bones lose density. Their heart isn't pumping as strongly, and their energy drains away. What started as rest for recovery turns into a slow decline that becomes harder and harder to escape. Most people don't realize that extended periods of inactivity can affect the body in the same way as smoking a pack of cigarettes every day. That might sound extreme, but it's true. The damage inactivity causes goes beyond stiff joints or a little weight gain. It can lead to deep, lasting harm. When we stop moving, our bones become fragile, making fractures more likely. Our heart weakens, circulation slows, and the risk of heart disease increases. And perhaps most concerning, our brain starts to suffer. Blood flow to the brain decreases, and research shows that inactivity can speed up cognitive decline, leading to memory problems and an increased risk of dementia. And yet, this is something that can be prevented, something we can turn around no matter our age. Because the human body, even in its later years, is built to move. And even the smallest steps can create incredible change. There's a study from Stanford that found that just 30 minutes of light activity a day, something as simple as walking, gentle stretching, or even moving around the house, can extend a senior's life by an average of 4 years. Think about that. 3.5 extra years, just from moving a little every day. And it's not just about living longer. It's about feeling better while we're alive. Movement brings energy. It lifts the fog that can settle over our minds as we age. It boosts mood, reduces feelings of depression, and restores that sense of freedom, the ability to get up, go outside, and feel the sun on your face. I know that for some, the idea of exercise can feel intimidating, especially if they've been inactive for a long time. But this isn't about running marathons. It's about gentle, consistent movement. It could be a short walk to the corner, stretching while watching TV, or even chair exercises for those with limited mobility. The key is to start small and steady. The goal is not to push the body, but to keep it awake, to remind it that it's still capable, still strong. Because movement isn't just about keeping the body fit. It's about keeping the mind sharp and the spirit alive. I've seen the difference it makes. I've seen people who felt like their best days were behind them start moving again, slowly at first. And then something shifts. Their steps become steadier. Their balance improves. Their face looks brighter. They laugh more. They engage more. It's like they've been given their life back. So, if you have someone in your life, a parent, a grandparent, who's spending more time sitting than moving, this is your moment to encourage them. Offer to go for a short walk together. Put on some music and stretch with them. Or simply remind them that every small movement counts. Because the truth is, movement is life. And the sooner we bring it back into our daily routine, the sooner we reclaim our health, our clarity, and our joy. If you're still here and you believe that it's time to bring movement back into your life or the life of someone you love, let me know. Type TOBE in the comments below. It's a small promise, a commitment that together we will keep moving forward. Because no matter our age, there's still so much life left to live. The secret to aging well isn't just avoiding illness. It's about staying vibrant, sharp, and full of life. And while we've talked about the importance of movement, good nutrition, and staying connected, the real key is being proactive every single day. Taking small, consistent actions that protect both your body and your mind. One of the most powerful habits you can build is keeping your brain active. Our minds are like muscles. They need to be exercised. And the good news is, this exercise doesn't have to feel like work. It can be as simple as solving puzzles, reading, learning something new, or even writing down your thoughts every day. These small activities keep your brain sharp, improve memory, and can even help delay cognitive decline. You'll find yourself thinking clearer, feeling more confident, and staying mentally strong as you age. Just as important as mental strength is staying socially connected. Human beings are wired for connection. We thrive when we're around others. But aging can sometimes pull us into isolation. Maybe it's harder to get out of the house, or friends and family are busy with their own lives. But this is when staying connected matters most. Whether it's a weekly phone call with a friend, joining a local group, or simply having coffee with a neighbor, these small moments of connection protect your mental health, reduce stress, and can even lower your risk of heart disease and dementia. You'll feel lighter, happier, and more supported. But there are two more habits that often get overlooked, and these can make a huge difference in how you feel every single day. The first is spending time outdoors in natural sunlight. We often underestimate the power of sunlight, but it's a natural medicine for both the body and mind. Sunlight helps boost vitamin D levels, which is crucial for keeping your bones strong and your immune system healthy. It also helps regulate your mood, reducing the risk of depression and giving you that natural energy boost. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day in the morning sun can work wonders. Whether it's sitting in your garden, taking a short walk, or simply enjoying a cup of tea on your balcony, let that sunlight reach your skin and recharge you. The second is something we often push aside as life gets busy, finding joy in small routines and hobbies. As we age, life can sometimes feel slower, and that can leave a void. But this is a time to rediscover what truly brings you joy. Maybe it's gardening, painting, cooking, or listening to music. These aren't just pastimes. They're fuel for your spirit. When we engage in things we love, our stress levels drop, our mood improves, and we actually strengthen our immune system. Finding joy in your daily routine keeps you motivated and gives you something to look forward to every day. And there's one more powerful practice that ties everything together, walking meditation. It's a simple habit that many people who live beyond 100 swear by. It's not just about walking. It's about walking with awareness, moving slowly, breathing deeply, feeling the ground beneath your feet, and connecting with the present moment. This practice doesn't just strengthen your muscles. It calms your mind, reduces stress, and has even been shown to lower the risk of dementia and depression. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest things, like walking, can be the most powerful for our health. Starting your day with just a few minutes of walking meditation can transform how you feel. You will notice your body becoming more flexible, your thoughts becoming clearer, and your heart feeling lighter. And the best part, anyone can do it anywhere at any age. So, as we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to remember something. Aging is not about decline. It's about renewal. Every day is a chance to rebuild your strength, to sharpen your mind, and to find joy in the life around you. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 90, it's never too late to start. Your future is still full of possibilities. There are still memories to create, laughter to share, and moments of happiness waiting for you. So, start today. Take that first step. Move a little more. Eat a little better. Laugh a little louder. And know that you are worth it. If you're still here with me, and you feel ready to take charge of your health and your future, let me know by typing 3 in the comments below. Your journey doesn't end here. It's just beginning. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support allows me to keep creating content that empowers and uplifts. Together, we can show the world that growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means growing stronger, wiser, and more alive than ever before. Take care, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.